Hello, good morning, friends. Can you hear us? Hello, Shavua Tov, everyone. Do you get a signal coming? Very happy to be here with you today. Sandra, Rodrigo, Eniola, Pixidis. How was your weekend? We are very happy here to start a new week with you. And we thought, yes, to start reading Roots of the Bible with you. It was a good weekend. Glad to hear, Pixidis. So we thought to read Roots of the Bible with you, and we're looking for a volunteer. I would like to share the text with you. 1 second. Please tell me if you see something once I click share. 1 second. Do you see the text in front of you? Can you see the text here? You see the text here in our class? Do you see this? Cindy, good morning. Shalom, shalom, friends. Abigail, good morning. Do you see the text? This is the question. Because I would like to move to a new screen. I don't know who are using YouTube or seeing YouTube or phones, or because it's quite complex what is happening. Very small. Okay, so let's move. Yes, very small. So let's move to a new deliverance. 1 second. We shall try a new deliverance. This is it. Please tell us if you see better at the moment. Is it better now? 1 second. Is it better now? Also, those who are watching on YouTube, do you have a better visualization? I have to zoom. 1 second, I will zoom. This is okay. So let's do this. Here, this is Roots of the Bible. Do you see better now? Do you have a better visual? Yes, at the moment. Do you see better? Does it help? Yes, better. So let's start with the introduction. This is Roots of the Bible, Friedrich Weinreb, an ancient view for a new outlook. Yes? And here we start. This is another title, and preface and apologia. Do you see that? Just at the moment, we are looking for volunteer to read. If you see the text clear, please say. We are looking for volunteer that will read. I mean, we need few volunteers at the moment, but we shall start with one. Here I'm trying to move the text. Yeah. Who would like to start reading and unmute himself or herself? If do you see the text clearly at the moment? Rodrigo, your English is excellent. Yes, it's not a place yes, to be modest. Yes? Yes, you can unmute yourself and please. Rodrigo, good morning.
Good morning, Eti. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. I hope that the friends can hear you too. Do you hear Rodrigo? Eniola? Yes, Cindy is listening, hearing. Yes. I'm following on my phone. Okay. So there is a recording of the text now also on YouTube. I'm trying to follow. The text is appearing. Maybe later you would like to listen to the recording. It is existing on YouTube as well. So, Rodrigo. Very good. You hear Rodrigo. Sounds good. So, Rodrigo, you see the text here? Yes?
Yes.
Yes, you can start reading. And we shall listen. By the way,
Okay.
yes, 1 second. If you have question, or the friends while listening to the text have any questions, write them or write something on the text, meaning lift your hand, unmute, or write a text. Yes, please go on. Thank you.
Okay. Why was this book written? This book definitely requires a few words of introduction, for it is rather an unusual book. It deals with problems of life, of the world, of the Bible, in a way unknown in publications up to the present. One will look in vain for writings in any language containing this matter communicating in this way. This book will therefore be a sensation to the interested and understanding reader. The author is well aware of the fact, but on careful consideration has thought fit to communicate to a limited extent this knowledge, which has so far not been published and even for the most part forgotten.
Thank you. Questions so far? Friends, I'm just checking here because we are following the text and trying to follow here the chat box. If you have questions, go ahead, ask. Yes, can you continue?
Yes, the knowledge set forth in this book dates back to the prehistoric times. It is definitely no discovery of the authors. It practically got lost. However, in these later centuries, partly even in the later millennium, in those circles too were acquaintance with it might have been of illimitable significance. With the loss of this knowledge, many certains in regard to the purpose of life got adrift or altogether lost.
Thank you. Can you please, or you would like to be replaced? How do you feel with reading, continuing reading, Rodrigo?
Sorry, Eti?
Would you like to continue reading? Is it okay for you?
No, I don't know if there is any other volunteer. I can. How can I say pass the opportunity? But I can continue reading it. I don't know.
So please
For
continue,
the other.
continue, because there's a lot of text to read.
Okay.
So please, yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yet the material fundamental to this knowledge has remained intact throughout the ages, not in the form of screws hidden in a caves or ancient potsherds and parchments retrieved in archaeological expeditions. The manner in which it remained intact is much more surprising and imposing. It has been with us all the time, and during the latest centuries, even printed many times in numerous books. The only thing is that it has for a long, long time not been recognized as such. The quintessence was overlooked. People simply did not see it, primarily because they had lost the key. It has hardly been more manifested that the gods, thinking they could lead the world, had eyes but could not see.
Thank you, thank you. So, what times? He tries in a way to portray. Yes, yes.
No, please, go
He
ahead, please.
tries to portray a frame of time about this knowledge being accessible. And since when? He says not just for the author, not just for himself, but when he speaks about the frame of time which this book tries to cover, where does he track back? To which period?
He mentioned the prehistoric
Yes,
times.
prehistorical times. Yes, excellent. Prehistorical times. Yes. Can you continue once the key is, yes, with the next paragraph?
Yes.
Yes.
Once the key is retrieved, as will appear after perusal of this book, one will realize that regaining this knowledge from the profuse material at hand is a simple and, at the same time, uncommonly fascinating matter easily accomplished in one's lifetime. One will see that regaining it does not depend on endless, complicated research in which subtlety, abnormal penetration, or a photographic memory play a decisive part, and that neither screwing up to a special spiritual condition nor application of mystical practice are required. It is nothing except a simple human affair which merely requires normal common sense, besides goodwill and an attitude to life directed towards the real.
Excellent. So what does he tell us in this beautiful paragraph? It is possible.
This knowledge
Yes?
is accessible. This knowledge is accessible to everyone that, how can I say, honest desires and go in this direction.
Yes. It's a common sense. Yes? It's simple and it's possible to, how do you say, to have access to it in one's lifetime. Yes? In one's lifetime. It is simple. Yes? So,
Yes, what it's unbelievable. At the first time you think about this, oh, it's unbelievable. I can't do it, but he he showed that it's accessible knowledge. It's
yes.
accessible knowledge.
Yes. Yes. So, by referring to prehistorical times, it means before writing. Yes, before there's writing. This is quite ancient. So let's continue. By now, one will. Can you please continue?
By now, one will wonder what this mysterious yet often printed material is and how it is that the key for understanding such important things got lost. The material is found in the enormous complex known as ancient Jewish lore, an exact, serious,
one
intellect.
second. Thank you. One second. Thank you so much for touching this word Jewish. I would like to open this word Jewish because people think it's a people or so. I would like to open it, and I'm very glad that you ran into it. Here, I'll try to write something. I hope that I can open the word. They say in English Jewish, but basically it means what? This is it. Name of 4 letters of being. When people say Jewish in English, this is the meaning. Being. Yes? It is ancient being, Lord. It might be, how do you say, it might be sound weird, what is ancient being, because nothing changed. This is only being. There is no processing being. People usually, when you think, this is an open question, now everybody can participate, of course, unmute or write. When you hear the word Jewish, what comes to your mind? Rodrigo and all the participants here, Cindy, Sandra, Yanis, Abigail, Pixidis, Luke, Eniola, Felipe, when you hear the word Jewish, what comes to your mind?
A group, a race, we can say the descendants of the patriarchs, a special group that follow some religious inclusion. This is the common sense. I just try to explain what this word the idea, the general idea, when we use this word, for example, the equivalent in Portuguese, we refer to a certain group that
Okay.
um, this is the common sense, of course. That I don't agree, but
It's good. It's good
I
because
just
people still are. Can you please read? Yes, the text here on the chat box from Yanis Ancient. No, from Cindy. She's answering, and all the. Can you read the answers from the chat box? What people comes to their mind when they hear the word Jewish? So, can you read the text? Do you see the text in the chat box?
yes,
Rodrigo? Yes, can you read, please, the names and what they think or what comes to them? Because it's not personal, but still, let's see, let's flood,
yes.
yes, the chat box, or yes.
Cindy mentioned, Cindy, the people descended specifically from Jacob and his 12 sons. Yanis, Jacob's descendants. Abigail, special people of God. Sandra, a way of living. Felipe, for me nowadays, I think it is a partial reference to Hebrew people. Eniola, I think those from the other side, the soul. Abigail, Abraham's descendants, literally taught. And Cindy, also then a spiritual condition that anyone attains to by being of the same mindsets and spiritual direction of Abraham. And Luke used it to think Ashkenazi, but uh, but not, I don't know.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I would like to expand. Pixidis is writing, is typing. Thank you so much. Please, Pixidis, write, type. And I would like to use the whiteboard and explaining. We say Jewish because what happens? We have the 4 letters of Yod Hey Vav Hey. This is the being, soul. But please pay attention when we add one letter to this word. The letter is Dalet, the 4th letters, or the manifestation to the name of being, we get the name Yehuda. Yehuda. And when we say Yehuda, it becomes Jewish. Yeah? Yeah.
Yes,
So,
type exactly this. I heard Yehuda
yes.
because there are
Yes.
no
But the name Yehuda or
in it.
Judah, yeah? Yehuda as a name, or Judah as it is translated to English, when we return to the source, yes, it means being, Yod Hey Vav Hey, being in all 4 seasons or all 4 dimensions, or being in a manifestation, being in the process of manifestation. This is Yehuda or Judah. Yes? This is why when we look at our, let's say, palm, right palm, yes, we have a thumb and 4 fingers, simple fingers. The first finger, we can see this, yes? First finger is Reuben, the first son of Leah and Jacob. Second, Reuben, and then we have Shimon, Simon, and then we have Levi, the third finger, marriage finger, and then we have the little finger. This is Judah. And she said, Leah, now I will thank God because I have full hand. I have 4 sons, full hand perspective with the thumb. So it's now I shall thank because I have 4. I have all 4 seasons in one hand. Yehuda. So, what is Yehuda? Is being Yod Hey Vav Hey in the manifestation of 4. Yes? So, but people, when, as you wrote here in the chat box, there are many references, but basically it means being. Not looking for becoming. Yes? Because people always look for results. Yes, they want to go from A to B and just being, sitting next to a tree. If someone comes, offer help. It is being. What has been translated as direct descendant or biological or whatever, this is how people reads it. Yes, it's like what you wrote here in the chat box. It's just being, it is the soul in a person. The aspect of a soul in a person, yes, is being. The soul is just being. Yes, 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 I see Pixidis, Yoda. Yes, yes, yes. So what is Jewish? When Weinreb speaks, and he will mention many times during or along the course of the book, Jewish, it's about being. It is not about, and I now see this also in Hebrew books, they call it Sfarim Yehudim. It's not about Sfarim Yehudim because there is no language called Judah. There is no language called Judah. There is no language called Jewish. There is a language called Hebrew. So it's in the Hebrew laws. It's not a Jewish law. This is already a twist. It is Hebrew law because everything is written in Hebrew. Yes, didn't you know, look, about Yoda? Where does it come from, Yoda, baby Yoda? Once they made a survey in England and asked people, which religion are you? In England, yes? Great Britain or whatever. And 10% or so defined their religion as Yoda. Yes? Those who are following the movies, they define their religion as Yoda. So it's also interesting. There is no Jewish lore. This is already a twisted language. There is only Hebrew lore because they are written in Hebrew and translated to other languages. There's like Hebrew lores. And yes, Jewish lore, it means, or Hebrew lore means being manifested. Yes, that's correct. So 1 century ago, and also in our times, people are having how do they call it, in the Jewish problem. Yes? It's not about people, in Germany 100 years ago or so. There was the Jewish, it's not about the Jewish problems, but being is a problem. Because the soul doesn't need to do anything, it's a problem. Yes, Abigail, until recently, I got to know and understand that Israel is the soul. Yes, the soul has many names, Hebrew, Israel. Yes. Yes. Rodrigo, can you read Cindy's words and then Felipe?
Yes. Cindy, my son just asked me this question about the Hebrew language. Why it's not called Jewish language? Like English people speak English, Spanish speak Spanish, etc. Usually some sort of relation like that.
He's right, and soon we shall make here a little drawing that will explain this. And Felipe, can you read Felipe's
Felipe
words?
say, yes, Eti, is there a relation between the screw of Esther and the Jewish nomenclature?
So, question after the other. Let's answer. Cindy's son, this is the question. He asked about, yes, Why there's a Hebrew language and there's no Jewish language. Very good. Here we go. Here we go. Let's move here. Yeah. If you see the pen, when the pen is writing, so we have Israel. Israel, this is the name of Jacob when he is one. Israel is the soul, yes? Israel. Yes, this is the one. Oneness. And Israel, or Jacob, Israel is being. Please pay attention. This is being. One. And then we have Jacob. Why does we have two names, Israel and Jacob? What is the meaning of Jacob? Why do we use the name Jacob? Or the Bible uses the name Jacob. Sometimes the Bible says Israel, and sometimes the Bible says Jacob. In which context the Bible writes Israel, and in which context the Bible writes Jacob? Can you answer this question? Yes. 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 Jacob is the manifestation in time. Jacob is the manifestation manifested in time. How do we know that Jacob is manifested in time? How many children, how many sons does he have? Jacob, you can also unmute and speak freely, each one of you. In a manifestation, yes, 12. Very good. 12 sons. This is the manifestations, like the 12 months, yes, that we have, or 12 hours, yes, in day 12. And one of those 12, and this is the answer to Cindy's son, one of the 12 sons is Judah, which is a manifestation in time. Yes, this is part of the time, Yehuda. While Hebrew, or Ever, or Eber, yes, in terms of generations is really, really previous to Jacob. Jacob, in a way, was attending the school, the academy of Shem and Eber. Jacob was attending the academy. Where's the pen? Here. Shem and Eber. Shem and Eber had this academy for Hebrew, which Jacob attended. So, Hebrew and any other language, yes, or the origin of all languages, yes, is the infinite, yes. Therefore, there is no language like Jewish language. Some people will say that Yiddish is Jewish language, but because this is a manifestation. And Ivrit, Hebrew, Eber, comes from there, from the infinite. So those are two opposite things. Yehuda is the manifestation. Yes. And the language, where do we speak? Where do the words are coming from? Yes, Rodrigo?
We could say that the Hebrew pre-exists from the manifestation. It's the letters and the 22 letters pre-exist the manifestation. How can I say the Hebrew language? The word was created, but the Hebrew language is pre-exist, is anterior. The Hebrew is, as you showed to us, Yehuda is in a manifested in time, but the
Yeah.
Hebrew language is most ancient.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Judah or Yehuda is the time, is the time is the river or something, yes? It is here. But Ever or Aber is from there. Ever. Beyond. From beyond space and time. So Hebrew is beyond. Before space and time. And Judah, this is space and time. Look at the four fingers. More than this, this is a proof. This is the fourth child. This is the manifestation of the four. Yes? Communication comes from there. In a way, we can see the plot why Judah is selling Joseph. Manifestation. He cannot but sell it. Sell him. Yes? It's not a free choice. You will see that the 4 here is very important, the Dalet or the 4, yes? And the same value, 400 shekels, will cost Abraham to pay for the Machpelah cave in Hebron. This is a very, how do you say, symbolical number. 440, 400, 4,000. Who is Aber? Yes.
Yeah, no, I just read this. Cindy and also Yanis asked, is Eber a person? And Yanis, who is Eber?
Aber, okay. Look at the generations in Genesis. Yes, we have Shem and Aber. Yes, before Shem was the son of Noah. You can read the generations from Noah and you will find Aber. Ever. Yes? He used to be a person. Yes? A living man. Ever. His name was Ever. In English we call it Aber. So let's see. Aber. Ever. Ever. In English, Aber. Yes? He was the son of Shelach. Yes? Son of Shelach. Who was his father? Shelach. Yes. We could find his name in the text in Genesis. Genesis 11, verses 16, 17. Yes? He was the father of Peleg. And in the time of Peleg it means part. In the time of Peleg, there was the generation of the Tower of Babel. So Aber, yes, in Aber's generation, still everything was united. Everybody spoke one language in Aber's time. But in the time of his son Peleg, it means part of. There is, in a way, separation. Yes, people are building the tower and there's a separation of languages. So in Aber's time, everything is still united. Everybody speaks one language. The language that comes from there, from beyond. Hebrew is a universal language. Yes, Sandra. Hebrew is a universal language. Yes, who is Aber? And please pay attention that he gives birth, or his son is being born to him when he is 34. Yes, 34. With another 0, we have the name Shem. So there's a lot of mathematics here. Yes, Sandra. Therefore, Hebrew cannot be pinned. Yes, on any one. Yes. Yes, it's a state of mind. Yes. Yes. Pixidis, can you write that down where I can look it up later? Can you write it down where I can look it up later? About the 400 shekels. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Let's see. Yeah, I see that it's part. I'll move the text. 1 second. Thank you. Where are we? Here's the text. Here. Okay. Can you see Pixidis? You see? Let's write it again. You would like to see the relations between Judah and the 400 and the 4. This is very important. Yes. So, this is the name of being. 4 letters. Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey. Then we have here Dalet. This is the 4th letter, the value of 4, Judah. And now it doesn't matter if it's 4 or 40 years of walking in the desert or 40 days. And then the next number is 400. And this is the sum of money that Abraham paid. How do I write? How do I say? Payment. Second. Payment for the Machpelah cave. Machpelah cave in Hebron. Yes, he buys the Machpelah cave from Ephron with 400 shekels. Shekels, 1 second. Shekels. Shekel silver. Shekel is not a currency. This is interesting. Now it's a currency, but you used to weigh the silver. Silver is a metal. Shekel or shakal, it means basically to weigh. How do I say weigh? I'm not sure that I'm writing it. You know, to weigh something on a scale, shakal. Yeah? So Abraham paid 400 shekel silver to weigh the silver, if you have a silver bowl, like, and then you weigh, this is like 400. Now there is a printed bill, and if it's printed 500 euros, this is the value of the bill. Yes? But in former times, you used to weigh, yes, how much silver do you have, how much gold do you have, yes? So shekels, it means it was weigh on the scale. Now in our times, the Israeli currency is shekel. This is the name, yes? But it means shakal is to weigh. He weighs things on a scale, how many kilos, how many pounds, and so on. Cindy, interesting to note that both Shem and Eber went from something former to something new. Yes. 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 Tough is 400. Midat. Yes. And now we come to Felipe's question. Yes. Can you please read the the question again. Rodrigo, do you find the text?
Yes. Felipe. It's Felipe's question.
Yes, it is 5:23. The time is 5:20. I mean Israel time. I see the time in Israel, but okay, let's read it and see what Felipe means. Is there a relation between the scroll of
Yes,
Esther? Yes. And
yes. Is there a relation between the scroll of Esther and the Jewish nomenclature?
what does it mean? Let's see. Yes. Felipe, can you unmute yourself and ask the question? Do you understand the question? Rodrigo, any other friend? I mean, do you understand?
I believe that the word Jewish and the scroll of Esther, if the word Jewish is in some way related
Yes. Yes, it's the
with
first time.
this.
Yes, thank you. It's the first time in the Bible that we find the word Jewish because people from Judah were exiled, yes, to Persia. People from the region of Judah were exiled. So in Persia, they were called Jewish because they came from Judah, the region of Judah, yes, around Jerusalem. This is the first time that the term is mentioned in the Bible. But the context is exile, yes? If somebody is called Jewish, it means he's already in exile. The exile is what? Space and time. Please pay attention. Yes. Yes, Felipe?
Hello, can you hear me,
Hello.
Eti?
Yes, we can. Good morning. How do you do?
I'm fine, Eti, thanks, and I hope you are doing well as well. Eti, it's beautiful because I remember that you mentioned about this first mention of Jew as Jewish people or something related to it, and once you exposed about Judah being as being plus manifestation, it made me think about this scroll of Esther. Once the name Hashem, the Tetragrammaton, isn't mentioned in this book, isn't right. It is not written in this book of Esther. So, and yet the name Hashem, the Tetragrammaton, is all over the scroll of Esther in a hidden way. There is a lot to say, and you've already opened a lot of this beautiful philosophy. But I thought it was interesting once the Tetragrammaton isn't there explicitly, it's not explicit in this book of Esther, and yet the term Yehudim is referred at the first time in this scroll. It's kind of intriguing.
It's
Thanks,
true.
Eti.
You're most welcome. Thank you so much, Felipe. Yes, in the book of Esther, Esther it means hidden. I shall hide myself. And in this book or in this scroll, the name of being Yod He Vav He is not mentioned, like we find usually in the Bible in the 5 books of Moses, Vayomer Hashem, and the name and the being told Moses or so. the name in the 4 letters does not appear in the book of Esther, because this is being. And the name is Jewish mentioned, Yehudim, those who are coming from Judah. This term is mentioned. Why? In a way, since they are in exile, yes, being is hidden in the exile. There is no tetragrammaton. You can look for the name of the tetragrammaton in the book of Esther in Hebrew. You can run a search function. Control F, Yod Hey Vav Hey, if you have Hebrew keyword or a keyboard or so, and you will not find it. Or you will find it, and then you will find also the Daled here. Yes? It is buried in the name Judah, but it does not appear in its 4 letters because they are already in exile. Do you understand it? And Luke was writing, do you understand the concept of the 4 letters? Why the name of being is not mentioned in the book of Esther or in the scroll of Esther? Why being is not mentioned? The name being is not mentioned in exile, because when we are in exile, it's not about this story that happened in old Persia. Because when we are in time and we have a sense of personal doership, there is no mindset of being. Yes, in exile, just being is a problem, yes? If you work in a factory or, yes, or wherever, and people just see you looking at from the window at a tree is a problem. Why don't you work? Yes? Or it's not about somebody's looking at you, why don't you work? Yes? And sometimes we are judging ourselves. Hey, why do you find yourself looking at the tree or being a tree? Just being a tree, yes? It's a problem. Questions, Rodrigo, Eniola, Felipe, Luke, Yanis, Pixidi, Sandra, Cindy, Abigail, questions so far?
Eti,
Yes, Rodrigo.
no, just to mention that Luke asked something about the Aramaic and
Yes.
Hebrew, and just to mention that Felipe wrote 2 words, since you mentioned the number 4 and 40 and 400. Felipe mentioned 2 words in Hebrew. I don't know. I see these 3 letters, Dalet, Mem, and Tav, and I remember that Midot and Talmid has a Lamed also. I don't know if this the root of these 2 words, Talmid and Midot, is related with this. How can I say, this weight, this shekel that you mentioned? I don't know. Just to
yes.
try to create a relation. I don't know.
Yes, yes. Just to answer what Felipe was writing, he was hinting that the relation of 4, 40, and 400, the relation of 4, 40, 1 second, I'll type it, 4, 40, and 400 are being, yes, that's great. Yes, is hinted in the letters of Daled. Daled is 4. Where is it? Daled. Yes, and then we have Mem, which is 40, and then we have Tav, which is 400. Or when we rearrange, yes, the letters, we have midot, measures, midat, measure, midat, or dmut, or even image with a vav, or dmut. In Genesis, we find the word image, dmut, in this way, dmut, yes, is image. The image of God, yes, is 444. Yes, thank you, Felipe. Image. Dumut. 444. Yes, image of God. And the origin? Yes, Pixidis. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Do you see the relation between image and 444? Shall I bring the text? Image of God, Dumut. 1 second, this is 444. Dumut. Dumut, how can I find it? At the moment, I don't find the verse, but it is written somewhere. Dumut, I remember it. Questions so far? Rodrigo, questions? Genesis 1:27. Excellent. Yes, Genesis 1:27. Genesis 1. Let's bring the Hebrew here. Yeah. Dmut. Betzelmo bidmuto. 1 second. Dmut. I'll find it. At the moment, I don't find the Hebrew term, but I can find it and bring it. Yeah. This is the language of the angels. Yes. Here, 26. Here. 26. Thank you so much. You see, the word here is Vayomer Elohim, and God said, Naaseh Adam, we shall make human Betzelmeinu, Kidmuteinu, likeness, Kidmuteinu. So if you isolate the letters which are, let's say, not consonant, vowels, and the rest of the negation of the verb in Hebrew, the word. So we have Daled, you see, there is Daled, Mem, and Tav. Kidmuteinu, here, like in our likeness, Daled, Mem, Kidmu, here, yes, Tav, here. This is how you read it. I think that Megan asked me how does Weinreb and the sages are reading the Hebrew to take the, how do you say, the pattern, the mathematic, yes? So you take kaf outside, kaf is like, and then you have the stem letters, daled, mem, vav is a vowel, tav yes, the consonant or the pattern, and then nun and vav again in brackets. This is how we negate the word. This is how you read it, or we read it. And then we can isolate the stem letters, yes, or the mathematical pattern from the negation. Look, yes, great. Yes, you're happy to see the whiteboard again. Yes, it helps. It helps a lot. So, in a way, this is interesting. If we take the, how do you say, the parable of Jewish, when people already mentioning the Jewish problem or mentioning even the word Jewish, it means that there is no sense of being. Yes, even in our times, whenever you see the term Jewish, it means there is no being. Yes, therefore hunting, so to speak, those who carry in their names the mode of being. Yes, there is the key for anti-Semitism. Because what is anti-Semitism? Yes. What is anti-Semitism? How do I say it, right? Anti-Semitism? Yeah. What is anti-Semitism? Have you heard this term before? Anti-Semi? Yeah. But anti is against. Yes? Yes? Anti. Yeah. What is anti-Shemiut? What is anti? Anti is what? When we say something is anti, it means against. Yes? Anti is against something. Yes? And anti-Shem. What is anti-Shem?
Yes, the name.
Yes. And what is the name? What is the name of God? The name of God is being. Yes? Yod Hei Vav Hei is being. So anti-Shem is against the mode of being. It's against the source. It's against the origin. Yes? Is against energy in rest. It's against the infinite. Yes? This is the meaning of anti-Shemiut, anti-Semitism. How they say it in English, I'm not sure.
Eti.
Yes. Yes.
But this feeling, this anti-Shemi,
Yes.
anti-Shemitism, how can I say, the people that feels it sometimes is they have no conscience that they are against the name. How can I say, his shadow projects his hate
Yes.
on some people, but unconsciously they are refusing the name, they are refusing the experience, the manifestation of God, right?
Yeah, people, if you will ask them why are you against, they could not say consciously why they are against something. Yes, why do they are doing it? But it's against the being. Yes, people who are anti-Semitics, it means that they reject the infinite, they reject the eternal, and they pro what? Finite self. When finite self, let's say, is being born and dies, so, or appears and disappears. So what is anti-Semitism? Is what? Is pro what? What being born and what dies, but negates the infinite, negates the eternal, negates peace. Because Shem is the name of God. I mean, the name of God is being. This is his name. And to go against the name, which is being, is to go against the infinite. This is energy in rest. Yes, Luke, this is a topic for a whole discussion in itself. I agree. Yes. Now there's a great anti-Semitism in the world. Just lift its head. Yes, in 7th of October, lifts its head and all the snakes are coming. Yes, under the carpet. Yes? Yes, Cindy? It is like hating a picture of someone, even destroying it, but it's pointless. The picture, yes, yes, yes. So it is interesting because today we learn few things. What is the origin of the word Jewish? Yes, it comes from Judah. Yes, in English. But the name Judah contains, it's a name of a region, but it contains the 4 letters of the name of being. And already by using the word Judah, we shall see what selling and exile. Without the book of Esther, by the fact that Judah, the name Judah is mentioned, this is the end. Yes? This is the end. And this is,
it
yes.
was a great listen. It's very, very, it's amazing to be here and very grateful to be here. Thank you very much to share with us.
Yes, you're most welcome. You're most welcome. Yes, so this is the name of the soul in space and time. This is Judah. So in a way, the soul, if you read closely the story about Joseph, the selling of Joseph, yes, this is a very deep story, and I hope we could go back to the story of Joseph and the relation with Judah. This is quite interesting. Yes, good to hear you, Rodrigo. You see? Yes.
Thank you, Luke.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. It's good to see all of you again. Eniola, Yanis, Luke, and Cindy, and everyone is here. Thank you
Yes.
very much.
Thank you so much for participating. Yes. Yeah, you see, Pixie, this is also writing. It's been a while, Rodrigo. You see? We are very, very glad that you're here, that all of us are here. Yes. It's a signature for the book of life, I would say, that we are here. And if you have questions or thoughts or texts to share, please feel free, or to ask questions. How does it feel to you to read the text from Weinreb? Do you find interest in it? Does it work for you to read the book together? Do you find it interesting, helpful, loving, supporting, assisting? Does it change anything for you? Yes, Cindy? Oh, Frenchy Felkia, beautiful. Thank you for sharing this most beautiful picture. Thank you so much. Does it help Luke to read the book together? You say it is helping. Yes. Yes. So we shall meet here, yes, again on Thursday. We shall see if there's a movement. Would you like to have, this is an open question to you. Would you like to have more sessions of reading? I mean, we're supposed to have another session on Thursday. Yes? Would you like to have another session of reading until Thursday, or this is an open question to you. You don't have to answer it. right now. We shall see. Because you probably notice a difference. There's a change, there is a shift at the moment, and let's see how it goes. I would like to thank all of you for participating in this class, in this reading, in this conversation, asking questions and answering them. I would like to wish you a very good season and meet you again this week, maybe Thursday, maybe before. If we shall meet before, you'll get a message. You'll get a text message. Yes? Thank you so much. Shalom.
Thank you very much. Shalom, shalom to everyone.
Shalom, shalom.